What is up guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachel Simons. So welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my second video and today I am going to be talking about the first part of my fitness journey. I've decided to split this up into two videos because I sort of have a bit that's pre-pregnancy and then a bit that's post-pregnancy, including my pregnancy journey, and I feel like they're two very separate things for me. So I want to talk about the first bit and then the second bit separately. So today we are talking about how I got into fitness and my journey leading up to me getting pregnant. So this all began back in January 2015. So when I was just 24, I went out for my birthday and obviously people were taking lots of pictures and everything. This was November 2014, and I saw a picture of myself that somebody posted, which hopefully I will put up on the screen for you all to see, and I remember seeing that picture and literally feeling disgusted with myself, just to be quite honest with you. I'm not saying that I look bad in that photo, and actually when I look back now I can see that I don't look as bad as I thought I did. But if you look, I'm very bloated, I'm holding a lot of water, and actually it's not just the physical feelings. I remember feeling very unhappy at that time. I remember not being able to look in the mirror. I remember walking past shop windows and not wanting to look in to them because I would see myself and just feel really uncomfortable. So actually it wasn't just like a physical thing of disliking my, just disliking my appearance. It went a bit further than that for me. Like, I was just genuinely very unhappy. So after I saw that picture, I decided that it was time to kick myself into touch and start getting into fitness. So of course, because we're all human, I thought, you know what, in January I'm going to kick off my fitness journey. So January 2015, I stepped into Pure Gym in Bristol for the first time. I didn't know anything about training, anything about weightlifting, and actually Instagram wasn't as big then. Well, for me anyway, maybe that's just the age that I am, but it wasn't as big then for me. So I didn't have anyone to follow to sort of see what they were doing. So I thought the best way to lose weight was, of course, cardio. So your girl jumped on a cross trainer, which was the only thing I could do at the time because I was really unfit. And I set myself 30 minutes, and you get the little calorie counter. I said, this is the amount of calories I burnt for this 30 minutes. Next time I want to burn more. And that's how I sort of kept challenging myself. So I always had that attitude of always trying to push myself, which, has really helped further along. It's just, I think I was pushing myself in the wrong way at that point. So I'd always try and do 30 to 45 minutes, and I would try and remember what the calories burned were the session before and keep pushing myself. So I think I also was attending some exercise classes at that time, so things like legs, bums and tums. So I was doing a little bit of weight training, but obviously in those classes you use quite light weights. The instructors are obviously helping lots of people, so it's not focused on you. And I was doing the exercises right, I wasn't really pushing myself. I didn't understand the point that I should be trying to challenge myself each session, which is a shame. But that sort of started building me a base knowledge of fitness. So I think in May 2015, I went on holiday with my boyfriend, who is now my husband, and our friends, and we went to Florida for 2 weeks. Best holiday ever. Disneyland. Literally the best holiday I've ever been on. And the pictures that were taken there, again, when I saw them, I felt a little bit uncomfortable with myself. Like, I remember being on that holiday and when people were taking photos, just feeling really self-conscious and just really unhappy. I still loved the holiday. It wasn't, I'm not saying I was miserable. It's just I remember seeing some pictures and just feeling really uncomfortable with people taking them. So I spoke to my husband on that trip. He had also started the gym with me in the January, and he was lifting weights because he had more of a background knowledge on that than I did. And I told him that I wanted to start working out with a personal trainer. mainly because I didn't know any other place that I could get information about lifting weights or how to structure training sessions. So I decided to use a personal trainer whose name was Anna Habora. She was working at Pure Gym in Bristol, where I went, and you know what, I saw her and I thought, I just love her physique, like I would love to look like that. So I started working out with Anna when I got back from holiday, which I think was June 2014. At that time we were living with my brother-in-law. Very, very luckily we weren't having to pay too much rent to be there. We were saving to move up, but also I had quite a bit of disposable income to use on a personal trainer, which honestly is probably the best thing I've ever done. I was very, very lucky and privileged that I could work out with a personal trainer because she taught me so much about weightlifting, about looking after my body, about nutrition, everything. So big shout out to Anna, because honestly without you I would not be where I am today. So I spent 2 years working out with Anna, which, you know, is quite a long time, but like I said, I didn't have that many outgoings at that time, so this was probably like one of my biggest outgoings, and for me it was so worth it because Anna was showing me how to do the different movements, and it was so helpful, and it was getting me more and more closer to the physique that I wanted, and that was really important. And it also meant that I always had somebody showing me how to do things, which was really, really useful. So for me personally, I spent 2 years working out with a personal trainer that really built up my knowledge about the different exercises, what they did, what the use of them was for, and almost sort of how to like schedule workouts. So I learned so much from Anna. But then I'm trying to remember when we moved out, so January 2017, yes, January 2017, we put down a deposit for a house. We were buying a new build, so with new build houses in the UK, you put down your deposit and sort of reserve a house, and then when it's built, you then do everything else like exchange and complete. So in January 2017, we had picked a house, which meant I then needed to start saving towards buying all our furniture and everything, because I lived with my boyfriend's brother, who is now my brother-in-law because my boyfriend is my husband. So we had literally nothing. So I started saving up a lot of money to move out and to buy all of our new stuff. So I made the decision that sadly I had to stop working with Anna, which, you know, was fine. That was fine. It was what it was. I had learned a lot of stuff from her. 2 years was a long time, and I needed that money for something else now. So I, at this point, had been using Instagram for some workout inspirations, particularly Megan Grubb, who I still absolutely love to this day. I loved her workouts. I love how she looked. I watched her YouTube videos. So I decided to buy her workout plan, which is called the Peach Plan. That is a lower body plan. And then quite quickly after that, she brought out an upper body version to pair together. So I bought both of those plans and decided to follow that for a little while. So that was sort of my next chunk of fitness journey. And what I found from using Megan's plans was that I really learned how to work out by myself and how to keep my own discipline, because when I'd been working with a personal trainer, we had an appointment, I had to be there at a certain time. So instead it was now sort of more on my own hands. So using Megan's Peach Plan really taught me how to have self-discipline and motivation for myself to push myself. So during that time, I don't think I made lots of progress, mainly because at that point I didn't really understand that to keep progressing you had to keep pushing yourself. So I was going into the gym and following Megan's program, but I wasn't upping my weights every session. I wasn't trying to push myself further. I was probably just coasting through using that plan, and that was because, you know, you get a plan from somebody, and this isn't saying that Megan's plan is bad, but what it's saying is you obviously get a plan that's written by somebody and it doesn't have a follow-up. It doesn't sort of have instructions in terms of how to use weights and things like that. And although I was using Instagram, I feel like a few years ago, Instagram was more of a place where you couldn't find education, or maybe I was looking in the wrong places, following the wrong people, but I just didn't have that knowledge of how to push myself in the gym. So I sort of spent probably like 6 or 7 months coasting. on that, which is a shame. But to be honest, it maintained the physique that I'd built whilst working out with Anna, and I actually felt quite happy with myself how I looked at that point. I think my goal when I was using Megan Grubb's Peach Plan was probably more to be quite skinny. Like, I was still looking at things in terms of like a physical goal all the time. Like, I wanted to be a specific weight, I wanted to look a specific way, and that revolved more around being smaller. So for a couple of years I was just following Megan's Peach Plan and Busy Bee Caris's, I can't even remember what it's called, I think it was Busy Bee Shape Up or something like that. And I loved them both, and I learned, I guess what I would say I learned from them is how to pair different movements together. It was different ways of training, and it's always learning seeing other people's work. So I would say in about February 2018, I started following Chrissy Chella on Instagram. I'm sure everybody knows Chrissy, and I think a few months after that, she started talking about this app that she was going to be releasing. So I was thinking about buying one of her guides, but because she started talking about her app, I decided to hold off. And then in January 2019, the Tone and Sculpt app launched. So because she'd been having this huge build up, I was already ready to buy the app. So I decided that when it came out, I was going to buy a year's subscription. So I started using the Tone and Sculpt app, like I said, in January 2019. So initially it came out with one gym guide. I can't remember if there was anything else on there, but it was a 24-week gym guide. So I started that and was absolutely loving it. It was organised into 5 days, which is just like a standard workout split. You could also pick 3 days, I remember that. And I just loved it. And then the other part that I really liked about it was the fact that Chrissy was also doing lots of like education kind of alongside it. So the Tone and Sculpt app page on Instagram, they were posting loads and loads of stuff about what you should do, how you should train, which I found really, really interesting. And that was where I sort of learnt things like progressive overload, and that I should be challenging myself in each session. So that massively changed the game for me. Using that app was literally game-changing in terms of my fitness journey, because using that app, being part of that community, just made me learn so much more than what I knew already. So I was using the app in January, and then I think maybe towards the end of January, February, Chrissy put up something on Instagram saying that they were looking for Tone and Sculpt app ambassadors. So I absolutely loved the product, I loved Chrissy, I loved everything she stood for, so I decided that I would apply and basically told her my fitness story and what fitness meant for me, and I got chosen. I got chosen to be one of the original ambassadors, which was such an honour. Like, I can't even tell you, when I got told that I'd been chosen, I was so happy because it just meant so much to me to be part of it. So since I think March 2019, I have been a Tone and Sculpt app ambassador. So I then just kept using the app like I had been already, but was doing things like sort of promoting it a little bit on Instagram and things like that. So I was using the app and didn't miss a session once between January 2019 and July 2019. So it was 7 months of solid hard work, and the reason I was going through that and doing that was because I got married in August 2019. So I was really working towards getting the body I wanted for my wedding, which was a really good goal for me to have, because although it was kind of like a physical thing, it also meant I had to really push myself to get there. So I was really proud of myself for sticking to the app for that chunk of time. So when we get to July 2019, I'm laughing because I found out I was pregnant. It was an accident, which I will explain the story in my next video, so check that out as to why it's an accident. I know loads of you are going to be like, but like a true accident, so you'll find that out in the next video. But that's why I'm kind of stopping in July 2019, because I feel like after that this kind of becomes a slightly different story. So that was my journey and what I did with fitness for 4 years. So I tried lots of different things, lots of different methods, lots of different types of training. And what I would say is how I felt back in July 2019. Fitness saved my life. When I look back about how I felt in 2015 and 2014 about myself, it's really sad because I was so miserable. I just felt so unhappy and just so uncomfortable. So starting fitness meant that I learned so much about myself. I realised lots of different things about myself, like lots of things that I was feeling was to do with actually having anxiety, something that I didn't realise before. And working out and things helps me control those feelings, and it's basically just given me so much more confidence. Like, if I could compare how I felt in July 2019 to December 2014, it is total opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, so much happier in myself, so much healthier in myself, physically so much happier. And also I suffer from IBS, and working out on fitness and learning about nutrition has helped me with that so much. So honestly, like, finding fitness was just the best thing that ever happened to me. And getting to work with Chrissy Cella is literally a dream. Honestly, like, I've had so many incredible experiences by working with Tone and Sculpt, and I literally couldn't be happier. So fitness has not only given me something in terms of making me feel good about myself, but it's also given me a community of women who are so incredible and that I can really lean on. And then also given me loads of opportunities, like the Tone and Sculpt App event in London, getting to do photo shoots with Chrissy, lots of different things. It's just incredible. So that is sort of my first part of my journey, where I'm talking about how I got into fitness, why I got into fitness, and what fitness has done for me so far. And then what I'm going to do is record another video where I'm going to talk about my pregnancy and my sort of postpartum fitness journey, which will take us up to today. So that's it for now, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, so give me a like and subscribe if you do, and click the little bell so that you can get notified when I upload. I think next I'm going to do a what I eat in a day video for you all, and then after that it will be the next part of my fitness journey. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and give me a comment if you did. Thanks, guys.